You know, there's rumors flying around about Nickelback frontman Chad Kroeger and his wife Avril Lavigne getting divorced. Apparently, that no touching policy that she had implemented for her meet and greets also applied to the bedroom. What's up, guys? John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the 8th studio album by Canadian rock band Nickelback. Everyone's favorite band to hate. Yay! I think they catch a lot of flack just because they're easy to hate on. I mean, it's like the kid in school that was like a nerd, or the kid in school that was just a really easy target, and everyone just keeps unloading all their fury and wrath on Nickelback. There's other acts that deserve it too, okay? Not just them. And while I do agree that Nickelback have pretty much stuck to a very specific formula through the course of their 8 albums, you gotta hand it to them. They're pretty much marketing geniuses at this point. They consistently go platinum and gold with their records, and that means that they've got some pretty devoted fans that actually like and listen to their stuff. So your hater comments for them really are not doing anything, as they kind of laugh their way to the bank. That being said, that does not make No Fixed Address a good album by any means. There is a lot of crap on here. Just like usual, you've got it split kind of down the middle on your more heartfelt pop jams, like the lead pop single, What Are You Waiting For?, which is one of the worst tracks on this thing. And then of course you've got your more upbeat sex, booze and women rockers like Get 'Em Up, and of course the track The Hammer's Coming Down, and what was that lead single? Oh yeah, Standing on the Edge of a Revolution. Okay, that one's growing on me, I'll give it that. They went a little bit different with the lyrical content on that one, but I gotta say, as a whole, I'm very confused by a lot of the content that I'm hearing on this one. There's a lot of diversity here in terms of, I guess, the music, but the lyrics just seem confused and out there on a lot of these. I mean, obviously you've got like Satellite, What Are You Waiting For?, Believe, that are a little bit more grounded in reality. Your typical Nickelback song that's just begging for this girl to come back, or just really wanting things to work out, or why aren't you living your life? It's like there's one of those on every single album. There's one like anthem song. But with the confusing lyrics that I'm talking about, it comes on the more experimental tunes. You've got your kind of disco funk styled songs like She Keeps Me Up, which is really catchy musically and got me running round, featuring the, I know, nails on a chalkboard, Flo Rida. It's like they were really asking for hate on this one. I mean, Nickelback, pretty much the most laughed at rock band, and Flo Rida, pretty much the most laughed at and mocked rapper on one track, together collaborating. You're asking for hate. Of course, the band does not care, and I'm sure Flo Rida doesn't either, because he's seen his share of success as well as Nickelback. The lyrical content is just getting a little bit weird and out there, though, on She Keeps Me Up. That one, he's talking about in the chorus something about a Coca-Cola roller coaster and all these other off-the-wall things, and I'm thinking, what is he talking about? Is he comparing this relationship to some sort of weird ride? I can't really wrap my head around it, so I'm not really going to try and sit here and try to dissect it, but I guess you can take it for what it is. It's a rather catchy tune that will probably get stuck in your head. Then, of course, on other tracks, we see Chad Kroeger living out some of his childhood fantasies, apparently. The ultimate cops and robbers fantasy come to life is the track Get 'Em Up. Apparently, Kroeger thinks that he is a bank robber. He writes out a scenario on how he thinks it would go down. It's not a good tune by any means. In fact, it's pretty laughable because he admits to trying to rob a bank on a Sunday. You pretty much just admitted that you're the dumbest criminal of all time. Everyone knows that banks are closed on Sunday. Everyone! And then of course you've got the track Million Miles an Hour, which sees Kroeger talking about some drug-related content and just the rush and the trip he got. I was at first thinking, hey, maybe he's writing this about like something he feels from a relationship, but the more I listened to the lyrical content, the more I started to doubt that. That track actually has some cool guitars on it. So does Edge of a Revolution. I think that's what I like about them, is the musicality. The fact of the matter is, their guitarist isn't that bad. He's got some talent. The drummer never impresses me. The bass on the tracks kind of shapes it up and I guess adds some texture and flair here and there. But the main problem is Chad Kroeger. The Hammer's Coming Down is one I can't really complain about too much. It's got some modern production on it, and I think Kroeger sounds a little bit more earnest here on this one. He actually sounds a little bit more believable. Unlike tracks like Sister Sin, Make Me Believe Again, Satellite, and of course the main offender that I really want to get at, the track Miss You. Miss You is just the ultimate cash grab track here on this one. That's just like ready for pop radio. Seems like it was just totally forced out there like so many of Nickelback's tracks do. And I can't really say that I'm that surprised by it, but at the same time, you're not gonna enjoy this thing. I don't think I'll see myself revisiting this record probably ever again. There's a few tracks I might say are worth listening to and checking out, even if you don't plan on hearing the whole record. Got Me Running Round, minus Flo Rida's verse. That one's pretty catchy. She Keeps Me Up is one that I might actually keep listening to into the future. And of course, Edge of a Revolution musically, and maybe even Million Miles an Hour. Those have some pretty good guitar parts on it if you're really just listening for just the music and no lyrical content. But let me know what you guys are thinking about this record in the comments section down below. It's always hard to review a Nickelback album just because fan base is just so divided. Even people who watch my videos, some people are going to be like, you're way too harsh, and some are going to be like, you were not harsh enough. So I was just split down this record. Honestly, in my honest opinion, 2.5 out of 5. I reviewed Nickelback's last album, Here and Now, and I absolutely hate my review of it because I was not harsh enough on it. I didn't even like that album, really. I mean, I would probably give it maybe a 3 at best. And back when I was on a 1 to 100 scale, I gave it like an 85 or an 80 or something. That's way too lenient. That's like saying it's an 8 out of 10. I'm sorry. I apologize for all of my reviews before like mid-2012. They're pretty much all inaccurate.